Good afternoon, good afternoon. What's up, 3,500. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. If you are joining me live, do me a quick favor, hit that like button, hit that share button, tag Lolly Dolly, everybody, and let them know your boy, my squad, we're live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta, and you are watching the Ramonepreston Show. Please hit the like button, hit the share button, tag somebody, and let them know that the Ramonepreston Show is live. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we are rejoicing. We are glad in it. Appreciate all of you for coming on today, for joining me. I want to know where you're watching the Ramonepreston Show from today. Please let me know in the comments, where are you watching the show from today? Who you represent today? I would love to know where you're watching the show from. I want to say thank you for watching the show. Thank all of you for joining our Millionaire Mentorship program. For the past couple of weeks, we have opened up a very special offer. This coaching program that I have, which is a one-year coaching program, we started this program at $5,000 for 1 year access to this program. And we extended a special for about a year or two. It's probably been about a year and a half. We opened it up to a broader group of people for about $3,500. And so just this past month, we extended a very special offer. It's literally half price because it's $24.97 for a one-time payment and $247 a month for 12 months for our Millionaire Mentorship program. And so we just want to say congratulations to you. If in fact you are one of the ones who recently joined our Millionaire Mentorship program, I want to personally thank you for trusting me and my team. I want to say congratulations to you. And even for those of you who just signed up within the last couple days, I'm looking forward to you being a part of our Monday night Millionaire Mentorship coaching call. Every Monday night, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we host a live private coaching call. In addition to all the other benefits that come with being in our Millionaire Mentorship program. I'll talk a little bit more about it today at the end of the show because we are about to close that offer. So if you are interested in joining our one-year Millionaire Mentorship program, first of all, don't let money be your issue, because money is not your issue. It may be commitment, it may be mentality, but I can guarantee money is not the problem. And if you say money is the problem, it's because you do not have the mentality and the commitment to get past what you think is a money issue. And I say that respectfully. But anyway, congratulations to all of you who joined our Millionaire Mentorship program. And for all of you who are watching for the first time, I want to say welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. If you don't know, now you know. My name is Ramonepreston. I'm the host of the Ramonepreston Show, and every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon, right here, live in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta, I show up on this show to give you the game, to share information with you that I know you can use to start, structure, and scale any business, any ministry, any income stream, any wealth building dream. And today on this show, I'm going to be talking to you about 5 skills you must learn. 5 skills you must learn just in case you hadn't been paying attention to what's going on in the world. Just in case you don't see the economic chaos and volatility that's taking place. Just in case you don't see how interest rates are going up and inflation is going up and wages are going down and business opportunities are going down. Just in case you don't see what's going on, I want to inform you that the world you and I live in is becoming more and more challenging for everyone to make money, for everyone to be successful, whether you're a W-2 employee, a 1099 contractor, or a legitimate business owner. In today's world, it's getting more challenging for you to actually make enough money to make a living. And God knows if you want to experience a different quality of life, if you want to at some point be financially free, be debt free, maybe even become a millionaire, it is very, very challenging for you to make that happen today for many different reasons, but more importantly, because you have to have certain skill sets. Of course, you need a certain mindset, but let's just assume you start listening to somebody like me on a regular basis. Let's just assume you're becoming more in tune with the elevated thinking that you need to even have the mentality to achieve. Let's just assume that you are changing your spiritual, your environmental, and even your educational activities and practices on a day-to-day basis. Well, at some point, you have to at least engage in training that can help develop not just your mindset, but help develop your skill set. All right. Now, you don't have to give me no comment or you don't have to give me no feedback, but I'm going to ask you a critical question. If you are not in a financial position that you have the freedom you want, if you ain't really successful and you ain't seeing what you want to see, can you admit today, you ain't got to put this in the comments, you ain't got to give me no feedback publicly, but I just want you to personally answer this question. Can you admit that even if you have the right mindset, it's still going to require you to have a better skill set? Can you just admit that? Can you accept the fact that if you're going to have any level of success in your finances or in your business or your career or ministry or whatever endeavors that you are participating in, can you admit and accept the fact that it's going to require another level of skill? It's going to require a higher skill set? Trust me when I say this to you. The people who are willing to develop their skill sets, even if they've already elevated their mindsets, the people who are willing to develop their skill sets are the people who are going to continue to win and continue to succeed, especially in this current economic climate. Because it really doesn't matter if you're a W-2 employee, 1099 contractor, legitimate business owner, or all of the above. You got to get your skills up to really have a level of financial freedom in today's world. You got to get your skills up in order to have a business that's actually making money and a business that's actually putting you and your family in a position that you could be financially free. It ain't easy to be financially free. It ain't easy to be debt free. It ain't easy to make enough money to take care of you and your family where you ain't struggling. It's definitely not easy to be a millionaire or a multimillionaire. If it was, more people would actually be experiencing it. There's a reason why only 1% of households in America make $400,000 or more a year. 99% of the households in America make less than 400 grand a year, and most of those households don't even make 100 grand a year. So if you plan on being in the 1%, if you plan on being financially free, if you plan on being a millionaire, if you plan on running this successful organization, for profit or nonprofit or both, if you plan on running anything of substantial value and success, please hear me when I say this and trust that this is the truth. You have to elevate your skill set. So today I'm going to share with you 5 skills you must learn if you want to be successful, if you want to make a lot of money, if you want to get out of the rat race. Okay, let me give you 5 skills you must learn. There is no exception to the rule. There is no exception to the rule. And here's what's even better about what I'm sharing with you. I have a mentorship program that can teach you the exact blueprint to not only have the right mindset for success in business, but to develop the right skill set for success in business, particularly in these 5 areas that you got to elevate your skills, okay? So here's the first skill you must learn: marketing. Now, when I say marketing, I don't want you to be thinking about being a digital marketer. I don't want you to think about, oh, I gotta know how to create landing pages. I gotta know how to design logos. That ain't the type of marketing that I'm talking about. Oh, I have to know SEO search, and I have to be able to know the analytics and the algorithms of social media. Don't none of that have nothing to do with you developing a skill set for marketing, okay? Marketing in its most simplistic form, is really you bringing value to everyone that you come into contact with, or to everyone that comes into contact with you. So when you think about marketing and developing a skill for marketing, I want you to understand it from the perspective of you developing a skill for giving people value, all right? Giving people value. And this is one of the main reasons why most business owners, most entrepreneurs, most solopreneurs stay small and never grow. This is one of the top 3 reasons why most businesses fail, because there's no marketing. And the reason why there's no marketing is because these are people who have not developed the skill set to provide value. So when you think about marketing, I really want you to think about providing value. Okay? Providing value. Like, this is marketing 101. This is like the most simplest version or definition for what marketing is. Because this is not advertising. This is not SEO searching. This is not you knowing the algorithms of social media. This is not you figuring out how to do digital platforms and landing pages. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with, how can I take the ideas that I have, the products or the services that I have, the skill sets or the competencies, the core competencies that I have, how can I take the intellectual assets that I own and possess, and how can I convert them into versions of data and information that provides value to people who I come into contact with and to the people who come into contact with me. And so this has to be a skill set you develop. Marketing is one of the 5 skills you must learn. I say this almost every day to my students. I say this almost every day to my clients, okay? So when you think about marketing as a skill set, I want you to think about developing the ability to provide value to people. Most solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, small business owners, they never engage in real marketing. Here's why: because they never develop a skill for marketing. They never give themselves an opportunity to really learn the basic fundamentals. And that's one thing that I love about my company. And me and my team, we were talking about it last week. One thing I love about my company, and I guess I'm just bragging, but one thing I love about my company is we focus on helping people understand the fundamentals of business structure, the fundamentals of systems and processes, the fundamentals of sales and finances and operations and marketing. See, that's where my business plays a very important role in the marketplace because we really focus on helping you understand the basic fundamentals of these principles and practices that determine the success and failure of a business. Marketing is one of those principles and practices that we help our clients and our students understand the fundamentals of. Because again, when you think about marketing, there are a whole lot of people that are out here in social media way better than me when it comes to SEO, when it comes to landing pages, when it comes to digital marketing, when it comes to understanding algorithms and all that stuff. There are a whole lot of people way better than me. But I know what I've been able to do with my business, just based on providing value to people. It has literally changed the trajectory of my business, of my family, of my finances, of my future, just because I provide value. Now, Ramon, give me an example of what you mean by developing a skill set for marketing when it comes to providing value. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm on here right now on a live show every Monday through Friday for about an hour from 12 o'clock noon Eastern to about 1 o'clock, give or take a few minutes, every day. And I've been consistently on social media almost every day, even on the weekends. All you have to do is go to my YouTube page. I have probably about 3,100 videos on YouTube, 3,100 videos on YouTube alone. And I've got content that I constantly put out. I have my son, who's a full-time employee. He's my social media manager. He's a content creator as well. So he and I both produce content, and most of the content that we produce to put on social media in the form of videos and tutorials and documents and forms and all the stuff that we share, like it's almost all value that I'm providing to teach you, just like I'm doing now. I'm teaching you 5 skills that you must have. So if you're an entrepreneur or if you are an employee and you're looking for a way to increase your revenue and to scale your business, just listening to what I'm saying today can help you, can enhance you, can assist you in expanding. Can we agree on that? So what that means is I'm providing value to you because I'm a successful business owner. I've got a 7-figure organizational enterprise. I run an entire for-profit organization and a nonprofit organization. So I have a lot of things that I could be doing during the 12 to 1 o'clock p.m. hour. I don't have to be live on a show every day sharing information, giving all this information that I'm giving when it comes to entrepreneurship, business ownership, financial literacy. Why am I doing it? Well, because I know marketing provides value. So this is different than just advertising. So again, even if you don't own a business, but you have a job, you still need to develop the skill to market. Because what are you actually marketing then if you ain't got no business? You marketing yourself. You putting yourself at play to be more valuable. You're showing the workforce, or as an entrepreneur and business owner, you're showing the marketplace that you have a product, a service, an idea, a core competency, an asset in the form of certain things that can bring value to the people that do business with you. This is very, very critical. And I'm telling you, I coach and consult and educate entrepreneurs more than I do anything. All right? And I'm telling you, the average entrepreneur, the average solopreneur, the average small business owner does not know how to market, which is why they don't do any marketing. So every once in a while, they'll put something on social media. Hi, my name is such and such, and my company is this, and we specialize in that. But that don't really get nobody's attention. And one of the reasons why it don't get nobody's attention is because it ain't bringing value to nobody. Like, let me just ask all you entrepreneurs a question. All you business owners that's watching me, let me ask you a question. How many videos on social media, how many posts on social media, how many sponsored ads on social media do you watch and listen to when all they are doing is telling you about how good they are and why you should do business with them? Very few. The videos that you watch, the content that you consume, the information that you engage on social media, whether it's on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or even YouTube when you're searching or when you're going to Google and you're watching videos, it's content that's helping you get better at something. So when you go to YouTube or you go to Google, you're looking to figure out how to fix your phone or how to tie your shoe or how to do your hair or how to start a holding company, right? Or how to do this in business or how to market. So most people, when they are searching the internet, whether it's a Google search or whether it's a search engine inside of a social media platform, most people are looking for information to help them fix something that's broken or solve a problem that they have. So if your information, your content, your marketing is providing value to the people who actually need the answer to a question or the solution to a problem, right? You're going to get more, you're going to get more attention. So this is a very, very important skill that you must have. Now, when we think about marketing, remember, we're talking about providing value. All you got to do is think about, what is it that I do? What is it that I'm good at? More professionally speaking, what is my core competency? And whatever that thing is that you're good at doing, or whatever those things are that you know you could provide at a high level, right? You need to take those things or the ideas behind those things or the principles behind those things, and you need to package them in a way that you can come on social media and share it with people, and don't be afraid to give it to people. Don't be afraid to give it away, because what you want to do is provide enough value, watch this, until your value starts getting you attention. Because marketing is about getting attention, but how do you get attention in your marketing? You get attention by providing value. Of course, you could get attention by telling stories. You could get attention by promoting. You could get attention by creating some type of brand awareness. But all of that, the attention, the storytelling, the brand awareness, the promotion, it's all tied to you providing value. So the first skill you must learn is marketing, all right? Number two, what is the second skill you must learn? The second skill is sales. The second skill is sales. Now, here again, when I say sales, there are a few things that I want you to think about, okay? Because sales is about solving problems. Sales is about providing a service. Okay? This is what sales is about. Sales is about sharing your best work. I want you to understand what I'm saying now. Because again, your marketing is first. Your marketing is first. So if you're an entrepreneur, you own a business, I want you to understand your marketing is first. So I need to figure out how to take the intellectual assets of what I'm good at doing, what I know about my knowledge, my experience, my ability to solve problems and to fix things and to help people. And I need to package all this in the form of videos, in the form of ebooks, in the form of content, in the form of whatever communication I can create to give it to people. And I want to keep doing that and provide value until at some point I start getting attention. And then once I start getting attention, I have to have some type of process that connects my marketing to sales. Do you understand? This is why this has to be a skill set. Because if you're not skilled at doing this, what happens if you do share your information and you help people and you make yourself available and you provide value and you start changing lives and then you start getting attention from people here? Okay, what are you going to do then? Because if you know how to market, let's say, and you don't know how to sell, you're going to put a barrier between your marketing and your sales, and you're never going to convert this attention from this person that you got into an opportunity for you to sell whatever your products and services are. So sales is a skill, all right? Now, if you're like me, especially those of you that are like me, I've always been a little charismatic. You know, I for the most part, I'm an extrovert. I like talking. I'm a people's person. I can walk into a room and I don't have a problem shaking hands and greeting and meeting people. You know, I'm a very open, talkative individual. All right. But if you're like me, for a long time, I depended on my charisma, my ability to communicate, to connect with people. I depended upon that too much to actually make sales, and it negatively affected my business growth. It negatively impacted my finances and my revenue as an entrepreneur, because even if I was getting attention or getting in front of people or being able to make some type of progress by getting people's attention, I was having a problem making the money or making people clients and customers because I did not have a good enough skill set. I still consider myself an amateur when it comes to professional sales, only because of who I get a lot of my training from and the type of people I'm around. I think they are like masters at sales. But I learn every day. I study every day. I role play. My team, we do it. We work every day at it. But at least we know that this is a skill set that can be acquired, developed, and mastered. So it puts us in a different position, because we're using our understanding of that to develop a skill set. So I guess I need to stop here, because I got 5 skills that I'm saying you must learn. I need to ask you a question. Are you good enough, just based on where you are right now, are you good enough at marketing and sales to have the confidence to actually get attention and make conversions with your products and services? If you're not good enough, is it because you don't have enough training? Is it because you don't have enough knowledge? Is it because you don't really know where to start? Do you even have a sales and marketing system? Do you have some type of process? Meaning that, do you at least know how to take your ideas and convert your ideas and your skills or your competencies in whatever you do? Do you know how to convert that into content? Do you know how to convert it into providing value? And then the next part of this question is, when you do get attention, when people do ask you about your business, do you have a legitimate sales process to walk them through? Do you even know what a sales process is? Do you know how to ask the right questions, and do you know how to give the right demonstration? Do you know how to qualify your clients? Do you know how to schedule appointments to make sure that you're adequately prepared? Do you know how to close deals? And this is not always just in you talking to people over the phone or giving a presentation in person. Sometimes this can be how you structure your online store, or how your landing pages work, or how you how you deliver your information to people with the right call to action. So there's a close correlation and relationship between the two. So if you can't answer that question unequivocally, meaning that if you know you're not as good as you need to be to, number one, get attention, and then if you get attention, you don't know how to tie that attention to a sale, so that either in a conversation, either on a landing page, in a presentation, or a phone call or email, you don't really know how to solve their problems. How are you going to solve people's problems? Okay? So if you told somebody about your business, if you told somebody what you sell, and somebody at least listened to you, my question to you is, how are you going to solve their problems? How are you going to explain that to them? Do you explain that to them in the form of like you just giving this spiel, or do you show them this in some demonstration or presentation? Do you ask certain questions that qualify them so that you can show them how their problem is going to be solved through your product or through your service? Okay, because selling is about solving problems. It's about providing a service. And it's really about you sharing your best work. So a lot of times for me, because I'm a business consultant, I'm a business coach, I'm a business educator, and business consulting, coaching, and education, it really blankets or encompasses a couple things. For me, it blankets and encompasses real estate, because my wife and I are in real estate. It blankets financial literacy, business startups, structuring business systems, processes. So there are many things under that umbrella that business consulting encompasses. But the way I solve the problem and provide the service is by sharing my best work. So not just through communication and information like I'm giving you now over the internet, but a lot of times if I'm able to schedule an appointment with someone or speak with them over the phone or get on a Zoom or be in person, and I'm able to give them some presentation, I can walk them through a process to help dissect what their problem is, and then to show them how I can provide the solution. And to some extent, I provide the solution at that time, at least enough of the solution for them to be confident to trust that if I do business with him and I pay him for his program, for his product, or for his service, he's going to give me his best work because he's willing to share with me his best work. Am I making sense? Hopefully I'm making sense. So your marketing is number one. Number two is your sales. Number three, here's the third skill that you must learn. Communication. Communication. This is a skill set that I think you must learn. Now it's easy for me to say you must learn communication, because this is a skill that you must learn, because I'm a preacher. So I've been a speaker and a preacher for over 20 years. But guess what? That don't matter. That don't matter, because I just told you, even with my marketing and sales, as long as I've been a preacher, I've been an entrepreneur. And just because I've always been able to communicate well behind the pulpit and put sermons together and minister to people and speak to churches and all that stuff, that don't automatically translate over to me being able to communicate my products and services enough to close deals. So that's why I was saying earlier, a lot of times I used to lean on my charisma and my ability to communicate as a preacher, thinking that it automatically translates into me becoming a closer, but it didn't work like that in business. I had to get good at marketing and at sales, but I still needed to work on developing and expanding my skill set of communication. So when I say communication, I'm talking about you speaking. Communication can be a form of storytelling, presenting, and communication is also about you knowing how to really nurture relationships. These are all forms of communication. Like you got to get good at this. And all you who are listening to me, if you own your own business, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about this stuff. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about this stuff. And I know a lot of y'all looking for the greatest hack on how you going to build a successful $10 million business without marketing, without selling, without communication. It ain't going to work. And if you think you're going to hire like 20 virtual assistants to do all this for you, well, maybe you will. But most people who try that, they fail because they realize that they still have to have skill sets themselves because they paying all these assistants to do stuff that at some point you got to do something. You got to do something. You get what I'm saying? So let's look at the skill set of communication. You got to get better. You got to get good. One of the ways that you get better or good and great at communication is you learn about communication. You study communication. You get around people and be a part of a community where you could start developing your communication skills. All right? So this could mean just how you converse with people on a one-on-one basis. It could mean how you communicate your thoughts, how you listen. So there are a lot of different, versions of communication. It ain't just you running your mouth. Sometimes it's you knowing how to just listen to people, but be present to listen to people, because the more you listen to people, sometimes the more people want to listen to you. So I always tell people, as much as I run my mouth, it's really because of how much I listen. So I run my mouth a lot, but trust me, I listen a lot. I listen way more than I talk. That's why I have so much to talk about, because I listen. But it's always been a great hedge or great advantage and a leverage point for me, because I think I'm a good listener. I can listen to people. I can process what they say. I can come to some determination or conclusion. And because of that, I know what the best way to communicate to that person or to those people. So communication, it's about speaking, storytelling, presenting, relationships. It's about listening. It's about reading. Communication is about reading. So think about it. Communication is about reading. It ain't just about, and I'm not talking about like reading a book. I'm not talking about reading a book. Communication is about reading, meaning that communication is also about you knowing how to read a room or read a relationship. So if I talk to someone within a few minutes of talking to them, if a few minutes, I could probably talk to somebody and like within the first minute, I could probably read the temperature of that conversation and tell that it's just certain things I don't need to say. It's just certain things I don't need to address. It's just certain opinions that I have that I don't even need to share, because I work on my communication skills. And the way I work on it is by working on becoming a better listener, working on becoming a better reader, so that when I do speak, you understand what I'm saying? When I do tell a story, when I do give a presentation, or when I do engage in some form of relationship, I am better equipped on how I need to present that and package that and introduce that and use that, because I listen and I read. I hope that makes sense. This is a must-have, especially all of you who want to be successful in business. You're in a different world. And all you who think you're going to just create this automated, scalable business where you never have to market, you never have to sell, you never have to communicate. You are delusional. I'm going to be the first person to tell you if you hadn't heard it. You're delusional. It ain't going to happen. And for the few people it happens to, they are like unicorns compared to all the other horses that's in the field. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you listen to 1 out of 100 million people who did something extraordinary and they became successful, massively wealthy, and they didn't do nothing but just click a few buttons, and you think you're gonna copy that. You think it's gonna happen like that for you. Well, it ain't happened yet. Most likely, you're gonna have to learn the skill set of marketing. You're gonna have to learn the skill set of selling, at least enough to know what you're doing, because even when you hire people or bring people onto your team to do these things, well, how do you know if what they're doing is correct if you don't know anything about it? How do you gauge it? How do you monitor it? Come on. At some point, you gotta get skilled at this stuff, at least enough to maintain the momentum initially of your business. So communication is the third skill you must learn. All right? Number 4, the fourth skill you must learn is leadership. Leadership is a skill. This is a skill set. All that stuff, oh, I was just born a leader. It don't mean nothing. I hear people say that all the time. Oh, you're just a born marketer. You're just a born salesperson. You're just a born communicator. Not necessarily. There may be some traits in there. There may be some characteristics you got. But the truth is this. If you ain't working on this stuff regularly, even if you are born this or are born that, at some point, you're going to outgrow that thing or it's going to outgrow you. One of the two. All right? I know a whole lot of people who used to be like the next best thing since sliced bread when it came to certain things. And then they got stuck. They stopped growing because they stopped learning. They stopped developing their skill set. They stopped expanding. And then they got to a point to where what they was doing don't work no more. You know what I'm saying? And now they just spinning their wheels. So leadership is about people. I'm giving you what leadership is about. Leadership is about, this is a big word. Let me write them all down so I can explain to you. Leadership is all about people. So if you want to be a CEO, you want to have a successful business, and you don't even like people, it ain't really because you don't like people. It's something about you that you don't like. When somebody tells me, oh, I just don't like people, let me tell you something. It's something about you that you don't like, because you are people. Do you understand what I'm saying? I just don't like people. I don't like dealing with it. It's something about you that you don't like. It's something about you that you don't like, or something about you that you're afraid is going to be exposed to people, because you are people. And if you don't like people, if you don't work well with people, if you don't get along with people, if you always have issues with people, you have no leadership skills. That means you never work on leadership skills. And look at these other words that I'm using. Leadership is not just about people. It's also about fellowship. So when I look at a person and they have a problem with leadership, most likely they have a problem with fellowship. They don't follow well. That's why they can't lead well. So all of you, this is why I always say this, because yes, I'm a business consultant and coach, and I educate people, but I put myself around business coaches and consultants and educators so that I can follow and get better at how I lead. So the reason why I can lead the way I do in areas of my life, because I follow like I do in areas of my life. My spiritual father, he passed away 3 years ago, but he used to always tell me, my wife and I have been connected to him and my spiritual mother for 20 years, over 20 years. And he used to always tell me and my wife, like 20 years ago, 21 years ago, he used to tell me and my wife, he used to say, y'all are gonna always have people that follow y'all and support y'all, that are loyal to y'all, because that's who y'all are. He used to always tell me and my wife that God was gonna always send the kind of people that we are to us, even though you're gonna get some knuckleheads in between, but it's all good. You know what I mean? Like, God gives mercy to even the knuckleheads. But his point was, he knew my wife and I would be successful leaders and have extraordinary leadership abilities because we were successful followers. We had extraordinary fellowship abilities. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for all of you that want to lead, you want to lead your team, you want to lead your business, you want to lead your family. Well, the way you lead is by getting better at how you follow. A great preacher I listened to and I love and I followed and supported for years, his name is Dr. R.A. Vernon. A young man, has a great mega church in Ohio. And he's just an amazing leader and all around. And he used to always ask this question. His question was, who are you following? Who are you following? He used to always say, don't tell me who you're leading until you tell me who you're following. Another way he used to say it was, instead of telling me who you're over, tell me who you're under. Do you understand what I'm saying? So leadership is of course about people. It's about you learning to work with people and to tie in whatever it is that you're doing with your business to people. Like, for example, okay, my staff, they are people. They have lives, they've got families, they've got responsibilities. So I can't just be thinking about, okay, I'm gonna pay them to do this and all I'm thinking about is how they gonna do this to serve me. I have to be thinking about how can I engage them in a way so that whatever they're doing in the business is tied to what they want to accomplish in their lives. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I sit down with my staff to show them, when you do A, B, C, D, E here at the business, this is how it ties to A, B, C, D, E at your house or in your life. So that now their roles and responsibilities within my company are really tied to their purpose and their goals and their targets, because they're incentivized to work because I'm working with them. That's leadership. That's leadership. And leadership is also me showing people how I follow. So people who I coach, people who I educate, people who I lead in my business, in my coaching business, in my consulting business, in my church, they all see that I follow leaders. They know I have a coach. I have mentors. I've got people who pour into me, who hold me accountable. So it incentivizes them to want to connect with someone who knows how to follow. So leadership is about people, it's about fellowship, and it's about fellowship. It's about fellowship, meaning that when you tell me you are a leader, and even if you ain't using the word leader, you telling me, oh, I got my own business, that's leader. Now, how you running your business, or how you running your family, or how you running your life, you ain't got to tell me the truth. All I need to do is look at the people around you. All I need to do is know if who you're following, and who are you fellowshipping with? Who are you tied to? Who are you connected to? So if who you're connected to and fellowshipping with, if they're failing, if they're ratchet, if they're a hot mess and a half, you can't be around people who are ratchet, who are failing, who ain't successful, who's stuck, and then you over here like, oh, but yeah, that ain't me. I'm just, I just know them. I'm just cool with them, but that ain't, no. You are them. Are you understand what I'm saying? So that's the fourth skill you must learn. And number 5, the fifth skill you must learn is business. And all of these are skills. All of these are skills. And I know them to be true because I'm skilled in them, and the people I'm around are skilled in them, and we study it, we train in it, we develop and grow in it on a daily basis. And the people who don't do that, they ain't growing, they ain't developing. So what is business skill? Well, business skill is about getting better at ownership, learning to own, control, learning how to control the narrative of your own life. Getting better at business is about getting better at principles, certain practices for business. So it's not just learning how to start a business, but when you're skilled at business, you're skilled at, okay, how do I structure my business? How do I run systems and processes? How do I manage my business? If you don't know these things, or you're not getting better at these things every day, it means you ain't skilled at business. And I'm telling y'all, like, all you got to do is come back and watch this video and videos like this one 2-3 years from now, and you're going to say, man, the dude was like telling us even before everything started changing that we're in a different world. You're in a different economic climate. The landscape for entrepreneurship and business ownership, it ain't changing. It has changed. Do you understand? So when you hearing people say, oh, things are changing when it comes to money and business and entrepreneurship and finances and investment. No. Let's reset that. Things are not changing. Things have changed. And if you have not put yourself in a position to get skilled at least the 5 things that I just mentioned: marketing, sales, communication, leadership, and business. If you haven't put yourself in a position, and when I say put yourself in a position, if you ain't learning about these every day, if you ain't taking classes and courses about these, if you ain't getting coached and mentored on these, if you ain't in a community where these things are being promoted at the highest level, you're not skilled. And if you're not skilled, you are not going to survive economically. It's just not going to happen. Someone was asking me after church yesterday. They asked me a question, and the question was, is this an attack against the American economy? And I was like, I don't think so. I said, I think what we see going on is not necessarily an attack against the American economy. I think it's an attack against the middle class. I think it's an attack against the 70% of households in America who are considered to be middle class. It's an attack against that group because that group has a lot of equity and homes and they have all their net worth tied into cars and student loans and retirement plans and 401ks. I think a lot of what we see going on is not an attack against the American economy as much as it's an attack against the middle class, to literally demolish the middle class. And what that means is, figuratively or economically speaking, the way the middle class will be destroyed is they will lose all of the equity value that they hold in these assets that they really don't even control anyway at this point. Okay? And my point to the person I was talking to yesterday is really my point to you. The way to mitigate that or to hedge against that for yourself and for your household is to learn the things that the top 1% of households in America have learned and that they know. They are skilled. It ain't just like the number of people who make up the 1%, right? The number of people who make up 1% of America, of households in America that make $400,000 or more a year, the number of people who are there because of leveraging racism and classism and being a part of the who's who, that number is low compared to the number of people who are in the 1% because they're skilled. Like there's a disparity in those two numbers. Over 80% of today's millionaires are first generation self-made millionaires. So 8 out of 10 millionaires today didn't inherit it from a rich uncle or a racist aunt who been had money or family tree. 80% of today's millionaires are self-made. They rolled up their sleeves. They got good at certain things. They went into the marketplace and they crushed it. And they committed to not be in the poor class or the middle class, and they made it out. So just these 5 skills alone will make you a millionaire. If you have a business idea, or if you want to just be financially free without a business, if you know how to market, provide value, get attention, and if you have a sales process for that product and service or whatever it is that you're selling to walk people through marketing to, and if you know how to communicate, if you know how to listen, if you know how to read the room, if you know how to give presentations and disseminate information, if you know how to lead teams, lead yourself, lead your family, if you know how to follow and be mentored and coached and stay in the right rooms, and if you know how to utilize business systems on a day-to-day basis, there is no way you can't become a millionaire. No way. I have these 5 skills that I continue to work on every day of my life. And I'm telling you, I don't have a college education. I didn't even graduate high school. And everything that I have built is definitely tied to me understanding these 5. So these are the 5 skills that I'm suggesting to you today you must learn. If you do not have the education to learn these skills, if you don't have the daily training and mentoring and accountability and the coaching, then you're not going to really accomplish this just by browsing the internet. At some point, you have to kind of stop and say, wait a minute. Even though I have access to all the information in the world, even though I can Google anything, I can AI just about anything, I can YouTube everything, I can follow the biggest influencers on the planet, I'm still not successful financially. I'm still not successful professionally. I'm still not successful personally. At some point, you have to stop and take an honest assessment of your life and say, wait a minute, maybe it's because that's not how you get to where you want to go. At some point, you're going to have to compartmentalize that thing. In other words, you're going to have to bring all that in and say, you know what? I need to be a part of a community. I need to connect to an ecosystem where I can centralize my focus. So I'm not all over the place out here trying to find an answer, out here trying to find an answer, out here trying to find an answer. Because what happens is when you try to find information from all these different communities and people and mentors and online coaches, number one, you're doing this because you're cheap and you have a scarcity issue and you're concerned about money. And you don't trust people because everybody's on the internet is a scammer today and somebody's always trying to sell you something. So to the degree that you are sold, you will sell. So you're never sold on anything other than what you do browsing the internet, which is why you're never able to sell yourself for more than what you're actually getting, whether it's on a job or in a business. At some point, you're going to have to eliminate all this and say, wait a minute, have I ever given myself even a year to just focus on one set of studies to get as great as I can at a few things so that I can really build a legitimate business? If you've never done that, you don't know what the impact of it can be. But I am a witness, and I have so many people who are in my community who are witnesses that when you focus in on something when it comes to education and mentoring and coaching in a community that can enhance your skill set, especially in areas like your marketing, your sales, your communication, your leadership, and your business acumen, you will inevitably see a greater level of success. And so with that being said, I have been extending this special offer for about 2 weeks now. And my team, I just told them, like, I'm bringing this special offer to a close. Because when I created my first 1-year coaching program, it was $5,000 for an entire year. And then we brought it down to $3,500 because my team saw a great demand with our community. And we wanted it to be a little more reasonable and doable for our community. And it worked very well. And so for the past year and a half, we've had this Millionaire Mentorship program. It's a 1-year accelerated coaching and consulting program that we've used to provide the most important components of my consulting and coaching and educational business to our clients. And this has been a $3,500 program for the past year and a half. So within the last 2 weeks, we dropped it from not $5,000, not $3,500, but we dropped it down from that to $2,497. That could be paid either one time, $2,497, and if you pay it one time, we're offering a free complimentary one-on-one sit-down coaching session with me, or you could pay it over the course of a year in 12 monthly installments. So that would be $247 a month for 12 months. So you could pay $247, get access and onboard it today, or you could pay $2,497 and it comes with a one-on-one coaching session. But this 1-year accelerated business coaching and consulting program that we call the Millionaire Mentorship Program is really designed to show you the exact blueprint to build a $1 million company. And so what we offer in this program is 1-year access to our Millionaire Blueprint. Our Millionaire Blueprint is our online educational program. So we teach you everything from financial literacy, creative tax strategies, sales, marketing, financial systems, operations, holding companies. We teach you real estate investing, goal setting. The Millionaire Blueprint is the educational piece to our mentorship program that teaches you in video-based forms everything you need to build your business. So we give you 1-year access to our Millionaire Blueprint. We give you 52 weekly coaching calls. So every week, every Monday at 7 o'clock p.m., We host a private Zoom coaching call. All of our mentees, at least the ones who are available, they join me for a live private coaching call. We teach on certain subjects relating to business and finances. We answer questions. We have a Q&A. We do a deep dive Q&A. We interact. We hear success stories. We allow feedback so that we can continue to build our community. That's every week for the entire year. We give you one VIP ticket to our headquarter day. This is a concept that I adopted from my mentor. So this HQ day gives you an opportunity to join me and my team here in person for one day, so we can let the hood up on our business to show you how do you actually run a $1 million company. How do you run your sales and your marketing and your operations and your back office? How do you acquire clients? How do you onboard them? How do you service them? How do you follow up with them? We show you all the ins and outs of how we run our business in our HQ day. All right. We also give you 4 VIP tickets to our live workshop. So we have a workshop for sales, marketing, financials, and holding companies. These workshops actually complement a lot of the courses that you're learning, but we help fine tune whatever systems and processes you're putting together. So for example, if you're taking the course for sales, when you come to the sales workshop, we complement that course to show you how to put your script together, how to integrate that sales process to your CRM so you can track your activity. When you take your marketing course, we have a marketing workshop where we work on how do you create content? How do you disseminate or distribute that content to platforms? What different ways do you distribute that content? How do you promote properly? How do you get the right attention? How do you create a pipeline through your business? I have a lot of different concepts that I teach, especially if you're a coach or a consultant, to show you how do you position yourself in the market as an expert to really bring more value to maybe other products and services that you provide. We do the same thing with financials. So you learn about the basics of accountings in our online course, about QuickBooks, and then when we come to the workshop, we show you how to implement these creative tax strategies. We show you how to configure your QuickBooks account for your business. This is critical to your success. We do the same thing for holding companies. So these 4 workshops are really opportunities for us to have one day to do a deep dive into these areas that will make or break your business. We also give you 2 additional courses and one-day events. One of them is a coaching boot camp and an online coaching course. If you are a coach or you want to be a coach or a consultant, we show you how to build that type of business out. We show you how to price and package your products, your services. How do you position yourself as a consultant? And we give you that one-day boot camp so you can come in person or virtual, and we can show you all the ins and outs of running a coaching business. And then we have a business incubator. This is an online course and a one-day event. And this is really a training for how to build a general operating system. So if you're familiar with like KPIs and how do you measure all the activities of your business and use project management software and tools to track everything that could impact your revenue, we teach those principles and concepts in our business incubator. So again, the Millionaire Mentorship Program is a 1-year coaching program. We started offering this 2 years ago for $5,000. We took it down to $3,500, and now we're offering it for $24.97 for a limited time. The prices are going to be changing in a couple days. So if you want to take me up on it for $24.97, you can pay that one-time payment, and I'm adding a complimentary one-on-one coaching session so we can do a deep dive. Like those one-on-one sessions that I provide, I don't even do one-on-one coaching anymore because my business has me so busy doing other things. But I offer this as a complimentary session for people who pay the entire $24.97 in full. If you're not able to pay it, but you still want to be a part of this program because you see the value and the benefits of it, you could pay 12 payments of $247 a month, all right? So we give you 1-year access to our Millionaire Blueprint, 52 weekly coaching calls, a VIP ticket to our headquarter day, 4 VIP workshops for sales, marketing, financials, and holding companies. We also give you a VIP ticket to our coaching boot camp, our online coaching course teaching you how to create a coaching business, and our business incubator. You get a ticket to that event as well as our online course. So if you're interested in this, I want you to take me up on this offer and don't miss it, because once the price goes up, we probably won't be offering it again, because our business is growing. So I'm excited about how our business is growing. And because our business is growing, I'm not going to have a whole lot of time, even the little time I have, to provide one-on-one coaching sessions, but I know how valuable they are. So you can text the word mentor to 678-276-8253. If you want to know more about this Millionaire Mentorship Program, maybe you have questions, of course, you could go to my website. You can see all the details, all the information, all the courses. You can see everything at Ramonepreston.com. But it's definitely better for you to reach out to us, because if you text mentor to this number, we'll reach back out to you. We'll answer any questions that you might have about our program, and we can help walk you through what that program is. And if you're ready, we can get you started today, onboarded, and you can join me tonight for my weekly Millionaire Mentorship coaching call. So I appreciate all of you for joining the show today. Y'all know we'll be back tomorrow, same place, same time, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard, right here on the Ramon Preston Show. Don't forget, text mentor to 678-276-8253. You see all of these benefits you're getting? I don't even think you will, I don't even think you'll be able to find a 1-year coaching program for $2,497, $2,497, okay? I don't think you'll be able to find a coaching program for that low of a price that offers as many benefits as we offer. You can't beat it, all right? So just text the word mentor to 678-276-8253, especially if you know in today's economy, it's gonna take a lot of skill sets, a lot of support, a lot of information, and a lot of massive action that you're gonna need someone to help you on to be successful. So I look forward to hearing from you. Mentor, 678-276-8253. Love y'all, appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, right here on